Hi, I am the Box Office Wizard bringing you weekend box office predictions and movie review. For today's show, going to give you some movie news. Lots of stuff going on with Caddyshack, Avatar, It, The Terminator, The Ritual, War of the Planet of the Apes, and Jamie Lee Curtis herself. Also give you an update on Beat the Expert and give you the results of how I did last weekend compared to the other experts that make predictions. And also give predictions for this weekend's coming box office. Movie news, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Caddyshack. I was actually reading some 25 interesting facts about this movie. And believe it or not, Bill Murray actually improvised almost all of his lines in this movie, if not all of them. There's a few of them that he didn't. But either way, though, if you've seen it, great movie. If you haven't, please check it out. It's like his first major film. And for him to do that, obviously he had a lot of experience with SNL and so forth. But either way, though, very funny. Do check it out if you haven't. Movie Avatar. It is finally, actually I should say Avatars, it is finally underway and it is starting production. So you got Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5. James Cameron, he's got $1 billion in the bank right now to make these 4 movies. I bet he doesn't I guarantee he goes over that. But either way, though, I do predict big things for those movies. The first one is scheduled to be out December 18th, 2020. Movie It. Sequel's already in the works, and it has already been scheduled. According to the Hollywood Reporter, they are saying that September 6, 2019 will be the sequel. So, not very far along the way. Terminator series. Linda Hamilton is actually on board to return to the series. And there is still plans to make actually a trilogy for the next 3. I really hope they kind of put an end to the movies. Myself, I absolutely love them, but they do need to, at least from this standpoint, at least put an end to the current storylines and all that, and maybe figure out a way to make it work in a different way. So, either way, though, I'm glad to hear that she's back. So, the movie The Ritual. You may not have heard of this. I had not. But actually at the Toronto Film Festival, it was actually a movie that was well received. And Netflix actually they actually acquired it for $4.75 million. It was actually almost the top movie. There was 2 others that went for about $5 million. But either way, though, this was the movie that actually everyone was talking about after they had seen it. So hopefully it'll be out soon and on Netflix. And keep your eyes out. If you do see it, let me know as well. So if they do put it on there. War for the Planet of the Apes, it actually finally debuted in China. Had a great opening at $62.3 million. So, even though it's been a couple months out, and actually I think you can even get it on Blu-ray now. So, either way, had a good opening weekend there last weekend. Kind of be interested to see what it does for second weekend. But either way, though, more money in the bank for it. Last but not least for movie news, Jamie Lee Curtis. I cannot believe after I did last week's video that I forgot to mention this. I actually said there wasn't much going on, and right after I uploaded my video, I remembered this. She is coming back to Halloween, so I am very excited for that. I'm sure you already heard about it, but either way, if you hadn't, now you know. So I'm very excited that she'll be returning to the franchise, and look forward to see what part she'll be playing in it. Hey, Beat the Expert. Last week, I came in first. I was real excited for that. I had 77.4%. The Ninjago movie pretty much hurt everybody. And second place was Box Office Profits at 73.6%. Box Office Pro was in third at 71.3%. And Box Office Mojo was in fourth at 70.4%. So overall, year to date, Box Office Profits is in fourth at 78.3%. I'm in third. Moved up just a little notch at 80.8%. Box Office Mojo's in second at 81.5%, and Box Office Pro's in first at 82.1%. Predictions. Last week I had said that there could be a good chance for being a close race for number 1. Pretty much didn't happen. Things kind of fell in place for the Kingsmen, and it came in just a little bit lower than what I thought it would. Still made some pretty good money though at $29 million, I believe. But so this week, though, I really think it will be a very tight race. A lot of factors could come into play depending on how much a movie loses its second weekend. Some of the movies that are debuting. We'll get into that all here once I get down to 1, 2, and 3. So, 10th for this weekend, I'm going to put the movie Mother. This movie's now at $27.6 million worldwide. It's at a $30 million budget, so it's going to really struggle to make any money at this point unless it just does very well overseas. I'm going to give it about a 55 to 60% drop this weekend. I'm going to put it at $1.4 million. A new movie called Question of Faith. This movie's about a tragedy that happens in three families. It's your good, wholesome family movie for your Christian-based faith people. So it's not debuting in too many theaters, though. I think it'll have an overall good return this weekend. I'm going to put it at $1.5 million for this coming weekend. Coming in 8th, this movie Home Again. This movie's now at $23.1 million here in the U.S. Nothing overseas yet, so I'm not sure if it will play over there or not. Either way, though, I think it'll have a decent weekend with a 40% drop at $2 million. Coming in 7th will be the movie American Assassin. It has now made $40 million worldwide on a $33 million budget, so it's slowly creeping to the point where it's going to break even with you throwing all the other marketing stuff and so forth. I'm going to give it about a 45 to 50% drop. I'm going to put it at $3.4 million. Coming in 7th is a new movie. Actually, it did debut last weekend on 21 screens at 500K. Is The Battle of the Sexes. If you remember, this is the famous tennis match between male versus female. Bobby Riggs versus Billie Jean King. So Emma Stone plays in this. I'm trying to remember who else does. But either way, though, this movie's expanding, so it should do very well this weekend. It's been well received so far. I'm going to put it at $4.75 million for this coming weekend. Coming in 5th is the movie Flatliners, and I could have swore when I first heard this that they were making this movie that it was actually going to be a sequel. Everything I am seeing is indicating that there's no sequel. That is, to me, it looks basically just a remake of the one that was originally done with Kiefer Sutherland, Julie Roberts, and I'm trying to remember who else is in it. So, I really do think this movie's going to flatline. I don't think it's going to have much of a pulse this weekend at all. So I'm not giving it much at all. I'm going to put it at $6.8 million, and that may even be a stretch. So coming in 4th would be Lego Ninjago. This movie debuted at only $20.4 million. You know, the high hopes was it'd be in the mid-30s. So it was a very soft weekend for it, and it was a soft week for this past week as well, looking at the nightly numbers Monday through Thursday. So actually Monday through Wednesday. I haven't seen Thursdays yet. So either way, though, I think it'll have a little bit better weekend. I'm going to put it about a 44-45% drop. I'm going to put it at $11.2 million. 1, 2, and 3. You got American Made, which is coming out this weekend with Tom Cruise. You have It, and you also have The Kingsman, The Golden Circle. I have kind of went back and forth on who I'm going to put number 1, 2, and 3, and it has been hard. Number 3, I'm going to go with American Made. Like I said, it stars Tom Cruise. He's a drug running specialist in this one. He's a pilot, so kind of a different role for him. This movie is reviewing and scoring very well from critics. I'm just not sure how well it will do here, though. The Jack Reacher series has kind of been a little bit soft with him, and this is kind of being a kind of an unknown role for him. What he's doing may not be as appealing to others as well, just based on what it's about. This movie's actually made $59 million overseas, has a $50 million budget, so they're probably predicting, I'm saying $15 to $20 million roughly. I'm going to go with just $14.8 million, so it could do a little bit more than that, but either way, though, it should have a good return on its investment here once it's all said and done. Coming in 2nd, this has been really hard for me to pick as well. I'm going to go with It. It did cross $500 million worldwide here on Wednesday. And I'm going to give it a 48% drop this weekend. What else more can you say about it? It's just performing phenomenally. It's now the highest grossing horror film of all time. I'm going to go with $15.5 million. And edging it out by just $100,000, I'm going to go with Kingsman, The Golden Circle at $15.6 million. Hey, get your predictions in. Put those in the comments below. And until next time, I'll continue giving you predictions you can count on. They're better than the weatherman. Take care.